What's up, everybody? It's your boy JerryWorld24 back with another reaction video as usual. Per usual, I just finished The Boys season 3. Boy, this show was definitely something else. See, I wasn't doing videos back then when it first came out, when season 1 came out, when it dropped, because I went into watching this show on Prime Video thinking like it was another superhero show. No, my nigga, it is totally the opposite. This show is not another superhero show. It's like dark, gloomy. It's all a gimmick, to be honest. And I honestly wish I was doing reaction videos back then when it first came out, because season 3, my fault, was off the chain. You know what I mean? So let me do a little recap, I guess, because season 2 was dropped like a year ago, I believe, and I ain't even finna lie, I forgot majority of everything that happened back then. But what I do remember is A-Train was losing his powers at one point. I do remember that. And then I remember we find out how these soups get their powers, short for superhero, we call them soups in the show. So we find out how they get their powers. You know, they basically are like made in the lab type shit. Get some little juice and then put it in their body. Drugs. That's exactly what happened. That's drugs. So a little recap on that, and then now going to season 3. The first 10 minutes of episode 1 was horrifying. It was, but I was not expecting that. Okay, I seen the tweets, and then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and peek. The Boys is out. Let me go ahead and go watch the first episode. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, what happened to The Boys? That shit was just out of hand. It was definitely unnecessary, but that's what the show does. All right, it just does some explicit shit that you do not see coming. It's a lot of dicks out there. Alright, it's a lot of dicks out there. And the first 10 minutes of watching episode 1, I was like, dang, do I want to keep watching this? I was really debating about it, because usually when I watch a show that I want to react to, I usually watch episode 1 and then react after that, before I finish the whole show. But this time I was like, nah, I'm not going to react yet. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to just finish the show first and then come back into react, because I already knew some more crazy shit was going to happen. Because that's what The Boys is, alright? They do some wild shit that you would not see in some other show, low-key. Well, I feel like more shows are getting more explicit and doing whatever, you know what I mean? I feel like they have more freedom to do that, or more open to doing that shit nowadays. So I kind of like it. I just didn't like the first 10 minutes of the show, and I was like, the first 10 minutes of episode 1, I was like, God darn, I really was debating about finish watching the show, but I had to, because I know some more crazy shit was going on. Because what I like about this show is pushing the boundaries, like for real. Like, I haven't seen no show push no boundaries like this since what show really be like going at it like that? I don't know, I really can't think right now, but like, this is one of the top shows that really like push boundaries, like for real. Like, they don't give no fucks. And one of the executive producers is Seth what's his name? Seth? I don't know, the funny guy. Seth, whatever his last name is. He's one of the producers on the show, and it all makes sense, because that nigga is something else too. You know what I mean? Now, I believe the main objective, the main thing of this season was to see how far Homelander would go, or push his boundaries, because who gonna stop Homelander? Like, for real, like, who gonna stop Homelander? He's like the strongest superhero out there. But there was one person who can really keep Homelander under wraps, and that was Stan. Stan was the president of Vought, I believe, but they got him out the office real quick. So once he out of office, all hell broke loose, because who the fuck is gonna stop Homelander? Nobody. Like, you cannot stand up to this nigga, because this nigga will kill you in an instant. Everybody's scared of Homelander, and Homelander knows that. He even tells the American people that he's the shit, and y'all ain't. But they still love him. That's the crazy part. So now Homelander is basically unstoppable at this point. So Butcher finds that out, and he wants to kill Homelander. Like, he's sick of Homelander shit. You already know Butcher hates Homelander, like, to the full core. So Butcher is trying to kill Homelander now, and he finds out there is a weapon out there that could possibly kill Homelander. But that weapon turns out to be the American hero before Homelander, Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy was the first Homelander, and he wasn't shit either. And it all makes sense, because he turns out to be Homelander's father. Didn't see that coming. Whatever. You know what I mean? So, and then what else happened in season 3? And then A-Train I mentioned him earlier, A-Train was some phony bullshit. So now he wants to be a black activist all of a sudden. But nigga, you ain't never cared about black people. And now he changed his whole suit and everything to some African colors. And it's like, bro, if you don't sit your phony ass, ugly ass down, boy, you was not for the black people, okay? That nigga corny as hell, bro. He be pissing me off. I don't even know why I mentioned him in this video, to be honest. And another vital thing that happened in this season is Huey and Butcher start taking a 25 or 24-hour compound V, which gives them powers. Now the group that they are in or work for, they are totally against having superpowers. They do not fuck with it. So when the rest of the members find out that these niggas is taking drugs to have powers, they stop fucking with them. Because that is the whole point they organized this group. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't blame them, because your normal humans going up against superheroes, the odds of you winning is not great. But Butcher hates Homelander so much that he actually went against the vows he made and starts taking these compound V, 24-hour compound V drugs. But the thing is, they have a side effect. And the side effect is that you will eventually die. That's the only side effect, my nigga. So Butcher may possibly die in a year. Hey, you did what you had to do, but now you're dealing with the consequences. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing that happened this season was the Herogasm episode. Yeah, you heard me, Herogasm. Like, it's literally in the title, gasm, orgasm. Okay, I'ma just say, they really brought the book to life. You know, in the episode, it's like the 74th annual Hero Orgasm, and it's everything you would actually think about. Like, whatever you're imagining right now with that word, it happens. Okay, I don't want to talk about it no more, low key. So that's everything that happened in this show so far. And I'm gonna just say, like, this is one of the best shows out right now, like, for real, just because everything they do or talk about in the show, it kind of is like really happening in America. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this show is like literally a mirror of America, what's going on right now. Like, Homelander is like viewed as one of, like, whenever he talks about politics get on screens, he's like viewed like Trump. At one point, A-Train was trying to stop a soup who was killing innocent black people in the city. That's racist cops in America. And then Huey and Butcher taking compound V and getting addicted to it, and the way they like strap themselves up with the needle shit, that's heroin. And these are all scenarios that happen in America. So that's why I really fuck with the show, because every time I see something that I peep or what goes on in the show, it's just like, dang, this is like what happens in America. So I think that's the main objective of this show, is to like make fun of America at the same time, but just showing like how much bullshit America is. Like, I was just talking about this the other day on the podcast, like on the podcast I'm on. America is some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is the best country in the world. Like, without a doubt, I would never say fuck America. Like, I don't want to be here, because there's no other country out there that's able to let us do what we do. But at the same time, America is some bullshit. So that's the point of this show, is just showing how America is some bullshit. So that's why I really fuck with this show. So the season rating, I'll give it a 10 out of 10 without doubt. At first I was down this show, but I was like, you know what, let me go ahead, get over the first episode, get over this hump, and go ahead and keep watching. And that's what I did. I'm glad I did. 8 episodes out right now. If you fuck with the boys, you already know what's going on. You feel me? If you haven't watched the boys, man, go ahead and do yourself a favor and go check out the show, man. This is like one of the best shows out, for real, for real. It's so explicit. It's this for adults, for sure. Do not let no kids watch the show. Alright? It's definitely an adult show. But I'm just telling you, man, if you haven't seen it, go ahead, peep the show. Alright, 10 out of 10, without a doubt, man. One of the best shows out. Like, I'm gonna say that 3 times already, because I mean it. You feel what I'm saying? But that's it for this reaction video, man. I appreciate y'all being here as usual, man. Go ahead and subscribe and like to the channel to keep up what I got going on. And then go to my other channel, Jerwood24. I got the comedy skits on there, dropping content else there as usual, per usual, I guess. You see what I'm saying? But I do appreciate y'all being here.